Are you overwhelmed by all the information online about how to make money doing online arbitrage with Amazon? Well, if you are, don't worry, because in this video today, I will explain everything you need to know in just 10 minutes. Stay tuned. If you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. Quite simply, I'm on a mission to do £1 million in revenue by the end of 2021. Now, if you want to see more about my journey and even my profits, check out this video up here where I explain everything and hopefully it's going to help you as well. But enough about me, what are we going to go through today? First things first, number one, I'm going to talk about how Amazon arbitrage works. Number two, I'm going to talk about how to make money on Amazon doing online arbitrage. And that'll be a step-by-step guide. So let's jump into it now. First things first, as I said just a moment ago, let's go through number one, how online arbitrage works on Amazon. So the main goal of doing Amazon online arbitrage is to look for products that you can buy low and then resell on Amazon at a higher price, which obviously makes you a profit. Now, what I'll do is I'll share a diagram around here to guide you through the process, which we're going to use for this video. So check that out. It's just going to make it really simple for you. Okay, step number one is going to be sourcing products online at a low price from a supplier such as Argos and then listing them on Amazon. Now, once you've got them listed, step two is the supplier is going to ship those products to your house or prep center. Step three will be inspecting those products, creating an Amazon shipment, and then getting them labeled. Step four is going to be shipping those products into Amazon. Step five will be Amazon receives your products and then stores them in their warehouses, FBA warehouses. Number six, the customer is going to buy your product, which leads nicely onto number seven. Amazon picks, packs, and ships your products to the customer. And then finally, number eight, you're going to wait 14 days to receive the sales proceeds in your bank, and then you have finally made the money. Now, what I will say is stay to the end, because what I'm going to do is go through all 8 steps in detail over the next 10 minutes to get you in the know and understanding how to do this. I know, #excited. Let's get started. This leads me nicely onto number two, how to make money on Amazon through online arbitrage step by step. Let's get into it now. Now remember, step one, source products online at a low price from a supplier such as Argos and then list them on Amazon. So as I just said, you need to source these products online at a low price. And what we're going to do is compare the prices of products from various suppliers such as Argos with the same products on Amazon. Generally looking for the supplier to be at least half the price of Amazon or half of Amazon's price. Now, this can be done a number of different ways by using various sourcing methods such as voucher code sourcing, reverse sourcing, storefront stalking. Now, I could be here all day talking to you about all these different sourcing methods and showing to you, but what I will say is check out this playlist up here, which is called Sourcing 101, where I'll show you in detail all the different sourcing methods that I use in my business to find these products. Now, once you have found a product that you think is a deal, what you need to do is to check that it is actually a deal and to be 100% sure of it. To do this, what I really recommend is using a sourcing tool to help speed up the process. Now, if you want to know some top sourcing tool for beginners, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link up here to a video I created called 7 Untold Sourcing Tools for Amazon FBA Beginners. Do check that out, it's really going to help you. In this video today, what I'm going to be doing is using a tool called FBA Multi-Tool. Now, one thing I'd really recommend for you is don't just jump straight into using the tool. Make sure you set the settings correctly and you set your correct fees in the settings section on FBA Multi-Tool. Now, if you don't know how to do this, watch the video that I just mentioned. It's really going to help you to understand what to do and how to do it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on my computer and give you a quick screen share of how I check what might be considered a possible deal using FBA Multi-Tool. Now, most people do recommend looking for a deal that makes at least £3 profit, 30% ROI, and have at least 5 sales a month. So we'll use that as our deal criteria for today's example. Let's jump on the computer now and have a look. Okay, so I've just jumped into a product here and loaded it up. And the first thing you're going to see is on the right-hand side, I've got this FBA Multi-Tool bar showing up. Now that's because I've got FBA Multi-Tool, but there are lots of other tools. What am I checking for to check this deal? Well, let's go through it now. Number one, first things first, I'm going to be checking up here. I'll zoom in, eligibility to sell. I want to see that says yes. Then I'm going to be checking hazmat, and I'm going to see green and no hazmat. I'm really happy. Then dangerous goods, is it dangerous goods? And it said no, so no problems there, I'm happy. What I'm then going to be doing is coming over to estimated sales, and I'm having a quick look at that. I just want to make sure this product actually sells. Then what I'll be doing is doing an analysis to understand if this product is actually the same product I have on my supplier. So if, say for example, on my supplier Argos, I just want to make sure it is exactly the same product. So I'm going to be checking things like the weight, the size, the color, etc. What I'll do is enter in my buy price, so I'll put in £12, and what I'll do is check my sale price. So you can see the sale price on this example is $34.98, and then I'll click calculate profit. Now what I'll then finally do is come down, have a look at my profit and my ROI. Now what you can see here is I'm going to be making £24 profit and an ROI of over 2,000%, which is just crazy. But for you, remember, talk about that £3 profit, 30% ROI, at least 5 sales per month. Okay, that is a quick screen share there to go through it all. Now, what I will say is now that we have found a deal that meets our requirements, next we need to list the product on the Amazon Marketplace. Now, there are 2 ways to list your product on the Amazon Marketplace. Number one, the first one is to match the product to an existing listing. Now, this applies to sellers whose products already exist on Amazon. Now, if somebody else is already selling the same product as yours on Amazon, you have to match your product with that listing. What I will say is note that it is against Amazon's terms of service to create a new listing for a product that already exists on the marketplace. Now, the second option is to create a new listing, and this will apply if the product does not already exist on the Amazon Marketplace. Now, since we are doing online arbitrage, all you need to do is to find the existing product listing that is an exact match for the product that you want to sell, and then go to that listing and click the Sell on Amazon button. Now, if you want to know more about the process of matching a product to an existing listing, I'll drop a link above to how to add an existing product on Amazon, and where I go through a lot more detail about what I've just said. Now, you might be asking, what happens after listing my products, but I haven't shipped my products yet into Amazon's warehouses? Don't worry, because your listing will appear what's known as inactive, and it means customers can't buy it yet. So this will change once Amazon's received your products, and then customers can start buying. So don't worry about the product selling before you ship your products in. That's fine. Now, this leads me nicely onto step number 2. The supplier is going to be shipping those products to your house or your prep center. So remember, now that we've found some deals, we've checked that the deals meet our requirements, and we've added ourselves onto the listing, now is the time to simply pay for them and get them shipped to your house, warehouse, or prep center. Very simple. Next is step number 3. Once you get those products, inspect the products, create Amazon shipments, and then label those products. So your products have just arrived at your house, warehouse, or prep center. Now, if you don't have a prep center, you are going to be responsible for inspecting those products, checking if the products are the ones you actually ordered and if the correct number were received. Now, after inspecting all your products, you can now proceed to the shipment creation process. Now, what you're going to need to do is go into your Amazon Manage Inventory, and since your product is already listed within your account, what you're going to need to do is to search for the product that you've just had received. Once you've found that product, go to the down arrow next to the edit button and then select Send Replenish Inventory. Then you can proceed in creating a shipment plan. Now, I've just gone through that at super fast speed, but what I'll do is I'll give you more detailed instructions on how to create a shipment plan by dropping a link above here for a previous video that I created called How to Create a Shipment Plan on Amazon. Do check that out. It's going to just give you in more detail, but we've only got 10 minutes. So once you've done creating your Amazon shipment plan, you are now able to get what's known as printable labels at the end of the shipment plan process. Now, I mentioned labeling the products back there, but in reality, you don't need to do this because you can do what's called co-mingling. Now, this is where the products are mixed, or your products are mixed with the inventory of other Amazon sellers in the fulfillment centers. All of these products are grouped together based on the manufacturer's barcode on the product itself. But what I suggest for you is to use the alternative, which is to have your products labeled with an Amazon barcode. Why? This is to avoid your products being mixed with other Amazon sellers' products who could have sent in fakes, poor quality items that potentially get shipped to your customers, leading to bad reviews. So use Amazon labeling or Amazon barcode. Now, a top tip for doing Amazon barcode: number one, clean the label surface before applying the barcode. Number two, make sure you cover the manufacturer barcode with your Amazon barcode sticker. And then finally, number three, don't cheap out on printer ink. The last thing you want is for your product to not be scanned when Amazon takes control of your products. Just disaster waiting to happen. Now, after inspecting, creating shipment, labeling your products, you are now ready to ship those products to Amazon, which leads me nicely on to step number 4, shipping the products to Amazon. Now, you have two choices when shipping your products to Amazon fulfillment centers. First is to have your products dropped off to the carrier, i.e. dropping it off to them, or second is to arrange a pickup with your preferred carrier, for example, UPS. Now, top tip for you guys, always use UPS and arrange collection. Why? It's super cheap, and Amazon has arranged amazing special rates that you just will not beat for Amazon sellers. So use UPS and arrange the collection from your house, warehouse, or prep center. Now, this leads me nicely onto number 5. You've now shipped your products into Amazon, and Amazon is now receiving your products and it stores them in the FBA warehouse. Now, within a few days of shipping your boxes, your shipments will go through the following stages. And what I'm going to do is put an overlay up here to help you understand that. So as you can see from here, once you've done creating your shipment plan and handing your products over to the carrier, i.e. UPS, it then proceeds to the next stage, which is in transit. Number 1, the in transit stage, where Amazon has received the information from the carrier, UPS, that your shipment is on its way. You've got number 2, delivered. This is where the shipment is delivered to the fulfillment center, facility yard, but the fulfillment center has not started checking it in yet. So leads me nicely on to number 3, checked in. The trailer that your shipment is on has been moved from the facility yard to the back door and is ready to be unloaded. I know, detailed, hey? Secondly, number 4, receiving. Amazon has now started scanning your shipment ID labels, and now your units are available for sale as soon as they have been received. This is the point they go on sale. And now finally, number 5, closed. Amazon has either confirmed all the units in your shipment have been received against your shipment quantities, or your shipment has now been open for more than 90 days since its creation, because Amazon's waiting for the final units, and that's whichever one comes first. So have they received all the units, or has it been at least 90 days, at which point they'll close off the listing, or close off the shipment and say finished. That is the process that Amazon goes through. Now, this leads me nicely on to step number 6. A customer buys your product. Now, for this 6th step, your products are now currently on display as options for Amazon's customers to buy. And to put it simply, customers can now buy your product online because your product is active on the listing with active stock. They will see the item sold by your store name and fulfilled by Amazon when they look at that product. Now, once you have inventory in stock, you'll now have sales coming in day and night. I know, #excited. This is where we're making the money. Now, finally, once your products get sold, it leads me nicely on to step number 7. Amazon is going to pick, pack, and ship those products to the customer. Now, you might be asking what happens when a customer buys one of your products. Now, since you are using the FBA program, you don't have to worry because Amazon is going to take care of all of it. Amazon takes care of the preparing, the sending to the customer, and including the customer support, which is one of the best things about this model. Now, this leads me nicely onto step number 8. 14 days later, you are going to get paid. Now, after all of this, your customer finally receives your product, and then finally, Amazon is going to transfer your money 14 days later, which might even take an additional 3 to 5 days on top of that to reflect in your account. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how to make money on Amazon Arbitrage FBA in 2021 from start to finish in 8 simple steps and hopefully under 10 minutes. Now, what I'm going to say is that after going through this video of an overview of the process of how to make money doing arbitrage on Amazon, it all starts with finding deals, sourcing deals. Now, what I will say is that after going through an overview of the process on how to make money on Amazon doing online arbitrage, if you want more detail, you might want to start with our playlist that I created, Amazon Arbitrage for Beginners. Now, this will guide you through selling on Amazon from sourcing products to managing your business. Just check that out. It'll be around here, a guide to supporting you in understanding all the details that you need to know selling on Amazon. But what I will say is, if you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.